Hey everyone, welcome to Mac Testy Side. I'm your host, Mac Trammell, as always. Ain't gonna be nobody else, I promise you that. No, I like to have a co-host, but I got Leo right here, see? I got Leo. My cat, see? See? He's dead though. Yeah, him dead. It's alright though. I'll bring him back to life later. Oh, there he is. He's back to life. Say hi, Leo. That's my co-host, Leo. Then I got Bob, but he don't talk too much, so I don't really talk to him much. But Leo's my buddy. But anyways, I put out a video recently of some UFO shit. The UFO hearing. And it got good response. So what I want to do here is I want to touch base. Leo, no, stop. I want to touch base on it again. And we're going to watch a few videos right now. It's only about 9 minutes long, and it's about UFOs, of course, what we're talking about. And then we're going to touch base again on the hearing that they had, because there's more updates. And with that being said, let's rock and roll, and let's do this shit.
We're back with some insane UFO sightings of 2023. Check out this Treb just zipping over Mexico like it's nobody's business.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at that. That's crazy, man.
I'm definitely a believer
he said, "Oh, the
that
damn
these
car."
Trebs are our version of these crafts. This is what happens when we reverse engineer the crashed or retrieved objects and anomalies. This one blows my mind. They're actually laughing.
Okay, my apologies. I thought my cat was getting sick, but let's get right back to this, okay?
Because they had just taken a
Look at that shit.
laser pointer
It's
and pointed
true.
it at
They
the
are
UFO,
here, man. Watch
and
this
it
shit.
literally shined a
People's
laser
been-
back at
yeah.
them, which
Yeah,
I
watch
don't know
this.
if that's good or bad. But it definitely
I think
makes for a credible
they're trying
video.
to communicate. They're trying to communicate. Leo, move your fat ass.
This is a great capture for me because what
Whoa.
the heck is this thing doing?
A freestanding camera. It's like taking flash pictures. Here's an airplane about to go over.
And I definitely agree with her. It looks like it's taking pictures. Like the way that it's flashing.
It looks like it's
kind of made me think it was a drone. But the way that it's sitting there perfectly still,
But it's
and
disappearing.
the brightness of this flashing light,
It looks like
it's compelling to say the least.
internet going in and out of other realities, you know?
It's so weird.
Shit.
It's like in the cloud.
Because I mean, really think about it.
That's
Even
freaky,
if
man.
it is something
That is
explainable,
freaking
like, let's say
awesome.
that it
That's
is a
what
drone.
that is.
What the hell is
Yeah,
this
let's say
drone
it is.
doing?
I don't
Why
like
is
the
it
sound of
flashing like that?
It's not a drone. That's not a drone, man. It's not a drone.
Now,
That's
this
why.
next beauty here was shot in Ontario, Canada, and I love this
Excuse me for a
video.
moment.
It is another video that shows that these objects or crafts have like a force field or a light field around them. Like you can see that the center object kind of has this
Yeah, do you know what that
pulsing-
is? You know what that is? It is their force field that keeps them hovering, okay? They have this... Bob Lazar speaks of this, like, little dome they had, okay? And no matter what he did, he could not touch it. Every time he got close to it, just pressing back like two magnets putting together, you know what I mean? And so, that's a force field, okay? That's what that is. That's why it looks distorted around it and everything. That's why you can't get a clear shot some of the times of a UFO. It's because of that distortion, especially at night. But let's watch this shit.
fading glow around it before the other lights or whatever they are, you know, come on and shine around.
What?
They want to
Look at the lights all around it.
They want to communicate. I'm telling you right
I
now.
love his reaction, but really, look at the lights. You can see
That
it is a
reaction is
triangular
great.
shaped craft.
Don't get mad, Mom. But
This
I gotta
one is,
focus.
again, I think one of our own because you could hear the propulsion, but again, what is it doing?
Holy shit. That is freaking amazing. What the hell is that?
Oh my god!
No. No, we're going back.
The fuck? Oh my god!
Look at that. Damn it. Where'd it go?
And what is it doing?
What is that? It's a triangle. What is that? That is crazy. That is crazy. I wonder if I go frame by frame, second by second. We'll just go to this one first.
This is another
That little
one of
kid
my
sounds like he's
favorites.
12 years old.
Not just
Little kid, 12 years old. What the fuck? What the hell? Shit, damn turd was that? Just cussing up a storm. Wait till his parents see that. He's screwed.
because the kid's freaking out, but look at this. It looks like raw energy. Like, what did they capture here? When they zoom in, it looks like the surface of the sun. It's stunning and magnificent. And even zoomed out, you can see its vibrance and its potency.
It's a
Wild. I
vibrance
love
and
it. And it's
potency.
again this diamond shape pyramid, you know. What are these things? I feel like this could be another interdimensional craft as opposed to just a spacecraft.
Stavi Nintendo, tata. My kids. Otišlo, tata, vidi koliko brzo.
This was such a great capture in my
Damn,
opinion,
that's
and I
crazy
would
too,
love
man.
to hear your thoughts.
That's
Let me
crazy.
know what you
I mean,
guys
it's not
think.
real
This one is in
impressive,
the
but
comments. I'm so blown
I've
away
seen
by
something like that outside my window, actually. Something similar.
it. This one was
there's
actually
more
shot
to it,
from an
but
airplane.
I don't think
and the
anybody
person
believe me. That's why
recording
I'm telling the
called it
story.
a shape-shifting UFO. But I'm going to throw my multi-dimensional object.
But I'm going to go ahead and tell it anyways. One night, I was doing the CE5. If you don't know what CE5 is, look it up. One night, I did it, and then the next night, I did it, and the next night, I did it, okay? And I went to go to the bathroom, and I was sitting on the toilet, excuse me, but I was. And there's a window faces right where I'm sitting. And I seen this red dot, just like that one we saw, okay? And I got my stuff all taken care of, and I stood up, and I looked out the window, and I was like, what the hell? And I called Ashley in, my roommate, and I said, look at that, can you see it? She said, yeah, I see it. And a couple years prior, I saw something very similar in Martinsville as well. And it was very similar. And finally, it just went away. It just disappeared. Not like took off, and it just went out like a light bulb. So we talked about it for a few minutes and didn't think nothing about it. I kept doing the CE5. 3 nights later, I'm by myself here, and I'm looking out the window again, same spot, doing the same thing, and I see a brighter red and green lights, and it was way about 3 or 4 miles away, and I was like, holy shit, it looked like about 3 miles. I know I can't tell at that time, but the way it came in, let me explain more, and you'll see why I'm thinking it was about 3 miles away. And so I go to grab my camera, I grab it, and I go to go outside, and I set the camera down, put my shoes on, and I forgot the camera. And so I ran outside, so excited, and by the time I got outside, it was over my house, and it was just about 50 feet above the ground, okay? Right here in Martinsville, right over top of my house. And then a light comes on like a beam from a helicopter, like a light. And it turns and looks at me, and then goes away, and then shuts off, and then slowly goes down. I was freaking out. I was in the middle of the street yelling, why isn't anybody fucking else seeing this? This is crazy. Screaming my brains out, but nobody came out. I just couldn't believe what I saw. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely a UFO. And it was awesome. Awesome. But I wanted to tell you that story.
Out here again, because look at this.
That's
what
one
if
of my
it
UFO
is
stories.
an extra dimensional object and we're just seeing the 3-dimensional cross sections of it because of how we perceive
It's
light?
a tie. It's a Windsor.
It
Windsor
almost
tie.
looks like an angel.
Easy with that word, man. Why you gonna call everything angels? Just like everything's got to be skinwalkers. Or everything's built on a graveyard.
This ominous triangle in the sky was actually shot in Shanghai, China. This is one
Oh,
of
these
about
triangles,
4
man.
or
What's
5
that?
videos
What's
of
that?
it. As he looks in the
Show it.
cloud, you'll see that dark triangular shadow moving across the sky.
Oh,
Yeah. These videos keep getting
Yeah, I see
uploaded
it.
to Bilibili and a bunch of other places in China, and they keep getting removed. I've even seen some removed from
Wonder why.
YouTube, so I am a little worried.
They have them here
but
in
it
the
definitely adds
USA too, over the White House, and over an airport, I believe.
some credence
I've
to
seen
this
them.
video.
Look them up on YouTube.
And that triangle shape is genuinely very, very creepy. Let me know what you guys think.
It's pretty awesome to me. It ain't creepy to me at all. I'll be like, hey, down here, dudes, pick me up. Show me what's up.
There's
Show me what's
definitely
up.
something very ominous going on up there, and it doesn't help that the Chinese government is so strict that we may never get real answers about this.
I hate smoking. Hate it. But I
This
get credit
next
for it, man.
sighting was
This
shot
happens.
in Santiago, Chile.
Well, those are wires.
And
okay.
I found it very compelling, not just because you can obviously they're physically there as they get kind of hidden behind the lines, the wires of the telephone lines, if you will, but also I find it so interesting
they're
that
sitting there, though.
while they look
That's
like
what's
they're
fucked
holding
up.
still,
One of the things
if you
fucked
actually
up.
keep watching, you'll see that they do move. They just have these very precise and deliberate movements, which makes them so interesting. And they even freak out the people recording. Check it out.
Yeah, that freaked me out. No, it wouldn't. I'd be like, man, I'd be so excited. I'd be so excited. I would. That wouldn't freak me out at all. I'd be, yeah, they're coming. I just want to
The
see them. I
movement
want to know
was
we're not
quick
alone.
and
100%.
subtle, but the speed was immense. And what is
And after we watch
stranger
this,
and
we're going to watch a
cooler
little bit
to
of that
me
court
is
stuff. And that
the
he
uniformity.
proves it.
Like they did not
He don't
break
prove it, but
formation at
he
all while
swears
they're
under
moving
oath
now.
in court.
And look, there they go. It's just such a strange event. Almost like obviously they're connected. Maybe it's just one giant ship, but what could that ship be
What's
doing?
a jibba?
Or if it's several, what
one
are they
giant
doing?
jibba.
The thing I hate about these videos that get moved across the entire internet all day, every day, is the level of compression once you actually start doing research or looking into them. I wish that for this one I had the raw file, because I don't believe that this is it.
I know, it's pretty good. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's pretty good.
Still, it makes me wonder what these could be and what they could possibly be doing. I mean, they are just points of light, so we could go back into that
What if it
extra
sounds better
dimensional
this way?
idea where maybe we're just seeing one aspect of a
Or
bigger
this way.
craft or bigger
Or
entity.
fuck it, we'll just have it like this.
This one is not only a mass sighting, but the way they freak out when it disappears is great.
Holy shit! Did you see that shit?
They were definitely not expecting that. My
That was-
skeptical side does
whoa.
still think it could have been a spotlight, though.
Look at all them
What do you
witnesses,
think?
buddy.
This black polygonal shaped UFO was shot over the Netherlands, and in my
Nice
opinion,
camera.
it's very eerie. I added it because
It is. It's-
they
they just
used
got
a
their
really
lights
good
off,
camera, so
man.
they got a great
That's all.
zoom in, and you can see some
It's another
detail in the
species.
shape
We
of
got
this UFO.
so many species
it kind
of aliens that
reminds
come here.
me of the Black Knight
So many.
satellite, like everything that we hear and have
I've done
seen
my
about
homework,
it.
trust me.
It kind of looks like this.
I've listened to a lot of testimonies
Regardless, I
from.
find this to be a very
I've heard,
eerie
listened to a
and
lot of
ominous,
testimony from a
UFO
lot of
sighting.
people.
It doesn't make me feel
From a lot of people.
like it's a friendly sighting, if you will.
But like I said, we're not done yet. So the hearing on this UFO thing. How long is it? Now this right here is very interesting. I mean, I think we've
Typical muscle memory
covered
advice.
that.
Thank you, Mr.
This one right here. We're gonna play this one. Okay. This is a good station right here. It's a very good station right here. Go to their channel and subscribe. Rising the Hill TV. But David Koresh, shocking UFO testimony proves. You understand? Congress should. Damn glasses. Should demand to speak to witnesses. I'm sorry, I can't see the rest of it. I can't move my piece here. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting. So let's watch this shit. Let's do this shit. I'm trying to get that saying down, so I say it every time. Let's do this shit.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are pushing the federal government to release more information related to UFO sightings and other unidentified aerial phenomenon, also known as UAPs. Today, the House Oversight Subcommittee on National Security dug into this issue during a hearing on Capitol Hill featuring David Grush, a whistleblower who has accused the government of withholding information related to UFOs.
The other two key witnesses were Ryan Graves, the executive director of Americans for Safe Aerospace, and retired Commander David Fravor, the former.
We got, you ever see that movie Bob Lazar? It's on YouTube, and he directed that. You got to watch it. This guy, this is his mentor right here. They are both, they've interviewed him as well. And they are very good filmmaker right here, and a very good what are they called? A reporter. He's a damn good reporter. He's the one that done the original story on Bob Lazar back in the 80s when Bob Lazar first came out.
Our commanding officer of the Navy's Black Aces Squadron. Here's Congresswoman Nacy Mace questioning whistleblower David Grush at the hearing. Let's watch.
Do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Oh, I hate when he says that. He says that a lot.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of
non-human. Proof right there. I mean, he's under oath, man. He's not going to put his career and everything on the line to say these things, man, and lie. He's not going to lie.
People with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Here's Grush saying people have actually been hurt in their efforts to cover up extraterrestrial technologies.
Yeah, listen to this shit.
Would not answer if people have been murdered. Let's watch.
He answered.
Do you have any
already.
personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes. Personally.
Have anyone been murdered that you would think that you know of or have heard of? I guess
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed people with that.
Look, he got nervous because he said, "I have to be careful asking that question." He didn't ask the question; he meant answer the question. He got nervous on that one.
Creator of the Black Vault, John Greenwald Jr. joins us now to help
you got
dig
Mole,
into key moments from this testimony. Welcome, John.
I appreciate that. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you.
Look at them
what
eyebrows.
did you make of the disclosures today?
At least we got a hot chick on here.
You know, it was a lot of going back and talking about the importance of UAP, flight safety concerns, and all of that is of paramount importance. We have to look at this topic. It's something that's been around for decades. It's one that can't be explained. It's well documented with evidence and in U.S. government files that has come out.
It is.
And we can prove that. But it's time to turn up the heat a little bit. I think that we need to get the agency heads in those seats. The witnesses today, I think, did a great job. Ryan Graves and David Fravor, I think, brought a lot to the table. They were excellent with their testimony. David Grush was as well. But I'm a little bit more skeptical about the explosive nature of the claims that he's bringing forward. So what we need to do is essentially have the people that are feeding him that information and get them in the seat and turn up the heat there and ask important questions.
Keep pushing, man.
And get
Keep
this
pushing.
out to the general public.
We're going to get
it
it
sounds
out.
like
I
he's
promise you
interviewed
that.
over 40 witnesses over the past 4 years and has enough detailed information that he knows where UAPs were recovered, that there are over a dozen spacecraft, and even that there was some non-human, biological remains taken from some of these spacecraft. What do you make of the claims that, some of the UAPs were piloted?
Yeah, I mean, that's an explosive claim. We need to dig into that. But again, these are stories that
and we will too now.
Come forward with. And look, I don't really have reason to believe that he's sitting there lying and manufacturing this. But what I'd love to see is Congress to dig in more of that, dig into that background. Now, I know that this is an important first step, and many will argue this is a step process that they need to, essentially start here and go from there.
Look at him back here.
But let's face it. I mean, the explosive nature of these claims is literally humanity changing. And I think that the people that Grush talked to that brought him those claims, those are the ones that need to sit in front of this committee. And although today was great, we've had these hearings now. We've had government reports that have already locked in the importance of UAP, the safety concerns, and how it needs to be dealt with. So we've established that foundation is solid. It's time to move forward because there's more explosive things to look at. And if we can dismiss those, if there's nothing to it,
they're coming quick
then
too.
let's
They're
do
coming
that.
faster
But
and
focus
faster.
on these phenomena.
It was taking about 2 years to get the next thing out, but it's
go
been
from
like
there
6
and
months.
take appropriate action and ask appropriate questions.
Yeah, as David Grush acknowledged in his answer to Congresswoman Nancy Mace, he had this huge claim, which if substantiated would be one of the most important discoveries ever made on the planet. That there are non-human pilot bodies of non-humans recovered with these crafts. That was a claim he made today during the hearing, but he had made earlier when being interviewed on News Nation on our sister network. So the question then becomes, he's saying that he can't say the names of the people who have the firsthand knowledge in front of Congress, but he can tell them privately. There was a lot of conversation of a skiff. I don't know if you want to give viewers more information about what that actually is. The secure room where he could provide that information. Is that something that could actually happen now? Is
it's
the initiative on
something that you're
Congress
alone
to follow through
with someone?
I mean, I would hope so. Yeah. In brief, a skiff is a facility that they can go in and share classified information. Obviously, cell phones are left outside, and it's a facility that can't be monitored for having these types of sensitive conversations. So I hope that happens. Representative Burchett had said that
what are we going to get out of
access to a skiff, and they're not allowed to talk to him. So there's a layer of secrecy here that is for some impenetrable. It seems like. And we need to get beyond that. There needs to be change so that the appropriate people can hear the claims by David Grush that he couldn't address in the public setting today, and then take action on it.
And they couldn't. He couldn't clarify. What the they here we're talking about with the agencies that are doing the gatekeeping here. Do you have any idea of who these agencies are that we're talking about?
Yeah, in my opinion, there's quite a few that are gatekeeping. Department of Defense as a whole. I mean, away from David Grush's claims, there is a very provable history with documented evidence officially released through the Freedom of Information Act of a cover-up that has lasted decades. And even though we are hearing
almost 80
about
years.
UAPs
80 years,
more, and they're talking about UFOs, and they're even researching them and investigating them inside the DOD through the Aero office.
But there was 2 crashes there. A lot of people don't know that.
In the last couple of years, not loosened. And so there is something about these phenomena that whatever they are, whatever the root of it is, they do not want us to know the truth behind it. And I would love to see, again, some of those agency heads in that hot seat. The Department of Defense's Inspector General is one of the top of the list, in my opinion, that should be in there. For the last couple of years, they've run what they call an evaluation on UAP within the IG's office there, looking at how the DOD has handled UAP as a whole. Where is an update on that? It's been going on literally for a couple of years now. let's ask, where are you at? Have you looked at any of these more explosive claims? Why is there this secrecy? Why are you ignoring
Let's get
much
past
of this
that,
that has
okay?
been around
There's a
for
secrecy,
decades?
but it's
Now,
coming out
arguably, they are
slowly.
dealing with it now.
Quit
But
crying
their
about that one,
response is,
eyebrows.
well, we don't really have anything of great importance to report. Paraphrasing there, but that's essentially what they're saying. On the contrary, there's documented evidence that shows this stuff can't be explained. And I think that that's where
that's true.
Graves and Fravor's testimony is paramount.
You
But
got to
they
start
sit
with
on the top.
If you don't know anything about this, you have to start with the UAPs they released a few years back. The Tic Tac and the Gimbal and the Go Fast. Those are the three they released, three all at once. So if you want to start from the beginning with this, you go 1947. But if you want to start from the recent beginning of this, you go to pick your nose, and you go to that one first, and that's the UAPs they put out. The New York Times put this out, mind you. The New York Times front page of flying saucers called the Gimbal. Look up the Gimbal. Look up the Go Fast, and look up the Tic Tac. And then after that, listen to Commander Fravor's story, and then go on from there. But I'm telling you right now, this story is getting hot. And I can't wait to meet our new friends.
Up of a bigger pile of evidence already there. So let's get those agency heads in there and start grilling them with the same type of heat that we've seen in other hearings outside the UFO arena.
John, you posted your ideal witness set up for this hearing on Twitter. Do you want to explain that for us?
Of course, yeah. And again, I want to just stress that the witnesses today, especially Graves and Fravor, are paramount to this conversation. So I'm glad they're there. I don't want to take away from that. But I did put together kind of a dream list of people to sit in that hot seat and get questioned by a committee like this and not have it last 90 minutes, but literally days. And why I say that is there are a lot of layers to this onion. And you don't need to talk about leaks or anonymous sources that are telling me this, but rather use the government's own evidence to prove this is something of astronomical, pardon the pun, importance to deal with, not only from a safety
it's the most important thing in history,
but also
man.
something that humanity should know a little bit more of. And that list of people are those
it is
that
the
are
most
completely
important
tied
thing
to
of the history of mankind, to know that we're not alone. Give me a break. What more besides the birth of your child would you want to happen? Think about that, man. Oh, shit. Think about that. Because it's getting ready to happen. And I'm not talking 20, 30 years down the road. I'm talking in the next couple of years, we're meeting aliens. I'm telling you.
The secrecy that has lasted for decades and strengthened in the last couple of years. The IG for the DoD I've already mentioned, but also the Inspector General for the intelligence community. I think he would be high on the list because David Grush, with the information that he's come out with and the claims that he's made hearing from other people, what has the ICIG done so
they
far?
They drilled Mr. Grush big time. They got him right.
Ongoing,
they drilled him big time.
Can't share.
They was all over
Put him in that hot seat and make it known that Congress, that are representing the voice of the people, need to know, is Grush telling the truth? Again, my skepticism aside, it doesn't matter. He should be under oath. And the inspector generals that have heard this now for well over a year or two,
if the words don't match up with my video,
and
I'm
find
so
out
sorry.
what have you guys done with potentially
my internet's out and I'm using
humanity-altering
my neighbor,
information.
so
And if there's nothing there, let's
with
hear it.
permission,
If
of
there's
course.
something there, let's
So,
hear it. And if they have to go behind
it's kinda
closed doors,
slow.
well, fine, do it. But the time is now. You know, I mean, we can't just have these beginning points and starting points, because in my opinion, we've already had multiple starting points. That foundation on the importance of this topic is there. So let's move forward.
Creator of the Black Vault, John
Yes.
Greenwald Jr., thank you so much for breaking this down with us. We'll continue to cover the issue.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for hanging out with me. This is MacTastic site UFO version. And thanks for hanging out with me. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna have more on this. Okay, so please give likes and comments on this and what you think about it, because this is amazing shit. For real, for real. So with that being said, I will see you on the next mofo.